You're watching the Unlocked Door podcast with Marcus Wolfka. Hello, everybody. So, I'd like to start this episode off by immediately saying I am no expert on any of the subjects or topics that I talk about on this podcast. Very cracky today. I had just eaten a bowl of cereal, so please do excuse me. Now, the thing I wanted to talk about today, because I asked around, I asked some people and they gave me some ideas, and then I took what they said and I didn't choose the best one, I just chose what spoke to me at the time. Now, granted, this isn't the topic that they chose or that they gave me. However, part of what they said is enveloped in this topic. And the topic is good and bad experiences and memories, things like that. Because we go through life and we always have good and bad experiences. It's impossible to go through life with just good experience. We always have bad. And that's the thing about us being human. We can't really help that. It's just something we have. Now, one thing somebody told me is, like, I should start giving up a little bit of my experiences. Things like, what they said was, like, bad dating experiences, like bad dates and stuff like that. I've never really had bad dates, because I don't really go out dating. It's how do I put this? I generally don't take people out on dates because I feel like a lot of people have it's a dead art in a way. People don't really go out to dates unless they are actually dating at that point. Nobody goes out and takes, hey, can I take you out on a date sometime to see if we have chemistry and stuff like that. Barely anybody does that anymore. Do I love doing that? I would love to continue doing something like that. I do remember, though, I did go out one time with this girl. I do not have my license still. So it kind of took the romantic thing out of it. I wasn't trying to be romantic. I just wanted to take her out on a date. So she ended up driving us. But I'm gonna pump the brakes right there, and I'm actually gonna go back a little bit. So we were working at the same place. We were working at a gas station. And she came into the store. We weren't working the same day that day, but I was working. She came in just to grab something, and she asked me, "Hey, can you take my shift for this day?" And I said, "This is the boldest I've been in a long time." From that point, I said, "I will if you go out on a date with me." And she said, "Okay, yeah." So we ended up going on the date. We found a date that we were both off, and we went out on a date. I took her to a nice place, and we were talking. We weren't dressed fancy or anything like that. We were just dressed in like normal type of clothes. She drove us there. We had a really nice evening. She was about to pay for her own meal. I'm like, I said it's on me. I'm gonna do this. That way you can save up for your new car and stuff like that. So she let me pay for it, and then we didn't end up dating. I'll say that. I wanted to, but we didn't end up dating. I'm like, man, it really sucks. But that's the case with a lot of things. Like, things can go smoothly, but then not turn out how you want them to. And that's fine. That's completely fine. Would I call that a bad experience? No. I wasn't her type, and that's fine. I still haven't found anyone yet that I am their type, and I feel like I have actual chemistry with them. I'm still looking for that. I'm not really looking at this point because, as I've mentioned before, I'm focusing on me because of all the bad experiences I've had, especially recently, and just trying to figure out who I am. Just focusing on numero uno, me. And that's going to take some time. I know it's going to take some time. Who knows, maybe during... Stop, computer. Sorry, I have something open on my computer, Facebook Messenger, and it just did it on my computer and my phone. But who knows, maybe during like the time of me trying to find myself, I'll actually find someone. I will admit this, I'm interested in a couple of people. I truly am. Will I pursue them? No. One, I don't feel like they would lean my way. And two, I don't feel like I'd be good in a relationship right now. Like, that's another thing that's holding me back at this point in time. I feel like I'm not ready. In my mind, I feel like, what if I forget how to, like, actually love somebody? But then my friends will be yelling at me if they watch this. My friends will definitely be yelling at me. Because all of my friends, everyone says, oh my god, you have such a big heart. Like, how could you say you wouldn't know how to love? Loving others, like friends, family, is different than loving someone who is your partner. You give a different type of love. And I don't know if I have the capacity to do that right now. Which sounds awful, granted, but it's how I'm feeling. Maybe I'm fine, maybe I'll be fine. But I've been hurt and broken so many times that I'm questioning it. But, hey. Tomorrow is another day. I'm going to keep focusing on me. I keep hiccuping. I'm going to keep focusing on me. Fixing me. I wouldn't say really fix. I'm just trying to figure out who I am, where I'm going. YouTube. And just figuring things out as I go. I've gotten a job now. I'll be able to get my own place. I'll be able to get a cat. I need a fur baby, man. Guys, like I really need the fur baby. Like it's not even like a support animal type thing. It's kind of, it would help me. But it's also, guys, I need cuddles. I'm cuddle deprived. I've been cuddling a stuffed animal. Fuck's sakes. I'm pathetic. But I'm me. I'm 100% me. Yes, I'm still looking for who that is. But if I just follow my heart wherever that guides me, it's going to be 100% authentically me. And that's all I can really ask for at this point in life. Yes, I'm only 26. That's still very young. And I still have so much road to go through. But it doesn't mean I can't still have an identity crisis. Or a crisis in general. You're never too old and you're never too young for those types of things to happen. I guess I kind of went on a tangent from where I was going with this, but I'm rolling with whatever comes to mind and whatever goes. But, like, it kind of ties in, I guess. Like, the bad experiences have led me to where I am now. And realizing things about myself. And by realizing those things, it will help me further along. No matter how... It's kind of bad. But it's good because it's actually helpful. Yes, it does break a little bit. But sometimes you need to break in order to repair. The right way, because sometimes, like, sorry, so if you break a bone, if it heals the wrong way, They have to break it again. Certain bones, they have to break it again so it heals properly. Sometimes we have to go through life. Basically, no one's life is perfect. We're always that broken bone that's trying to heal. So, if we heal the wrong way, sometimes we need that realization of breaking again to heal the right way. I keep shaking my camera because I keep putting my hands on my desk and shaking the whole entire desk. But also, like, you can't appreciate all the good experiences that you've been through in your life if you haven't gone through the bad. It's just like darkness cannot exist without light, and the vice versa. Good experiences can't exist without the bad. Because you wouldn't realize they are good experiences if you didn't know what the bad ones were. Yes, sometimes the bad ones stick out, but there are so many more good ones in life, even if you don't feel like there are, if you actually start counting them. I'd say about 99% of people, again, I'm not an expert on these topics, but I'd say that about 99% of the population of the world has a majority of, or a big plethora compared to bad experiences. They have many more good experiences in their life. Yes, it's difficult going through the bad ones. Yes. But you made it this far in life, have you not? Even through all the hardships, all the bad spots in your life. What's one more? And then one more after that. You've made it this far, you can keep going. I've told my friends before, and they've told me, like, you're stronger than you think. And I've told them, like, I put on a show, I'm not as strong as you think I am. I'm biting my own ass with this one right now. But they're right. Even if I don't want to believe it, even if I just feel like it's not right, if it just feels wrong, they are right. We are all stronger, way stronger than we think we are. And the reason why I'm reacting this way is because I'm actually starting to realize this. Even if I don't feel like I'm that strong, if I don't feel like I'm strong enough to go through these things that I'm going through, somehow I always do, because I am strong enough. There's a set of words that I do like to use with people, and I really gotta start using them myself. Life only throws at you what you can handle. Putting my phone on silent. I apologize for that. It's going nuts right now. But it's... the sooner we all actually realize these snippets in life, that we are stronger than we think we are, that all the bad experiences, yes, they shape us to who we are, but so do the good ones. I know there's a thing like, the saddest people smile the brightest, or it's along those lines. And like, I might put it in another episode, in the next episode, if I can find it. But right now I'm too lazy to go look it up. Even though I have a computer in front of me, I don't want to take time away and look up something in the middle of recording and talking to you guys. Because I feel like that's just... I feel like it's rude. It's bad enough I had to turn off my phone, and I hate doing things like that. I didn't turn it off. I put it on silent. But it's... I don't like doing those types of things. I like just being in the moment, talking to you guys. Like a one-on-one. It's the whole reason why I started the channel, and definitely a reason for the podcast. So I can just sit here and talk to you guys. Help others out there who need anything at that point. And the podcast was another avenue to go through, so I don't have a game playing. It's just me and you, one-on-one, me giving you any motivation or any advice that might help you. And it's like I've said before, ask advice from everyone, but act with your own mind. Meaning, whatever I tell you, you do not have to do it verbatim. You can do anything with it. Act with your own mind. Because everyone's different. Everyone needs to do things differently. Especially at work. When I'm at work, I put together pool tables and things like that. So I'm carrying like the slabs of slate. Certain times when the guy who I'm working with tells me to put my hand a certain way, I'm like, I can't function like that. So I have it a different way, and somehow it works. He's like, oh, okay, that works. He's starting to see that I work a little differently. Like, he's not perfect, I'm not perfect, but putting our two heads together, we accomplish a lot. We do really well. I really like him. He gave me a drive home today, and I'm so very thankful of that. And it's just, everyone's different. Everyone needs to do things at their own pace, at their own leisure, just differently. Something that feels true to them. And again, like, our good and bad experiences have contributed to that. It's what makes us all unique, all the different experiences we've been through. And I apologize if I talk really fast sometimes. It's who I am as a person. I tend to talk very loud sometimes. I'm trying to keep my voice down. And I talk very fast. The reason for that is because I have two accents. I have a Canadian one and an English one. I am doing a bit of speech therapy to make the English accent come out a bit more, because it's the voice I use in my head when I'm talking in my head. Like when I'm going through thoughts and thinking about stuff, it's my English voice that's in my head. But as with a lot of things, I project what I hear, and I'm around a lot of Canadian accents, so if a Canadian accent comes out a lot when I'm not alone. But I'm trying to break that wall in my head to help that. Again, that has to do with experiences. There was an experience in my life. I'm not going to go into that right now, because that's something that I feel like once there's more people here, maybe I'll go into detail on such things. But there was an experience when I was young that made me more prone to the Canadian accent. Not a good experience. But now I'm trying to make up for that and get my original accent fully back, which you can kind of hear right now. It's not in full force right now. Certain times it will be, but not all the time. I wonder how my people at work, like my coworkers at my job I'm at, are going to respond when my accent actually starts coming out heavier. Because I haven't heard it yet. One of my coworkers, I told him that I'm from England and I do have the accent. It's just hidden. And I don't think he thought anything of it. Probably not. But I'm wondering how they're going to react when they hear it. Oh, hiccups. I I just scoffed down that soup so quickly. It was bad. I shouldn't have done that. But I would say cherish all the memories and experiences you've been through. Maybe not cherish the bad ones, but just realize that the bad ones, they still do have meaning. They don't have a meaning that you're broken or stuff like that. They're giving you realizations of certain things. Like, how would you know that you were afraid of a spider if you didn't have that encounter with a spider? This is a bad analogy, by the way, but you know I'm going with it. it's those things. Like, how do you know you're afraid of the dark if you weren't alone in the dark at one point? I think a lot of us, like, we're not afraid of being in the dark, alone in the dark. We're afraid of not being alone in the dark. That's the true fear. Me, I don't really care. It's mannequins. I hate it. If there's a mannequin nearby and it's dark. Nope. Nope. Get me the F out of here. Nope. I'm not doing that. I'm not going wrong. I'm not going with that. No. Just no. Oh, I hate mannequins. And I've mentioned this to my friends like a lot. Like, if we're in stores and I see a mannequin like in the window, I'm like, I hit my legs or something, and I'm just like, no. And they just know what I'm going off about because I've mentioned it too many times. I just don't like mannequins. Ugh. I am gonna try to find for the month of October a couple horror games to put on the channel for normal gameplay. And I'm going to look for mannequin games. I've already played Craven Manor, so I've kind of already blasted through that. I did it on a stream. But I might go back to that at least once. So that's actually on YouTube because I lost the footage on... At least I lost definitely the ending on Twitch. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm going to be dreading it the whole time. I don't like mannequins. I just don't. I don't know fully why I don't. It's just they're creepy and they seem like the best thing for something to possess and then just terrorize the fucking world and just snap your neck and just, no. just no. I can't deal with them. But with everything like that I've said today, I hope you take some bit of knowledge with what you've heard so far, because this podcast is designed to help you guys. Yes, not every episode is going to be very helpful to any of you. Sometimes I want to start like interviewing a couple people here and there to get somebody else's viewpoint on stuff, or just ask them questions about like things. But I don't want to go into too much detail that they feel uncomfortable, because I want this to be a safe place. This is going to be a safe place, a place where you feel comfortable, and that's what I'm aiming for. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the Unlocked Door podcast. And, as always, I love every single one of you. You are amazing in your each and every single different way from everyone else. You are so unique and amazing. Never stop being you. Thank you, guys.